Alright guys, I came across this pretty cool game called Geography Higher or Lower, which is just a geography version of the classic higher and lower game, where in this original game you get two different prompts and you have to choose whatever has more monthly searches, which are, I think Rugby World Cup has more searches than that. Oh, it's the same. What the hell? I was not expecting that. That aside though, in the geography version we get two different countries and we have to choose whatever country has a high population. So in this first instance, I can clearly tell which has a higher population. It's definitely the Congo, because Monaco's a tiny city-state with maybe a couple thousand people. Yep, 42. Oh wow, that's a lot for how small the country is. Alright, Libya or Congo? I'm gonna guess Libya. I think Libya is in the tens of millions, so I'm gonna go with that. Oh wow, it's not. It's barely more than the Congo. Crap, alright. Alright. We almost just lost it, but that aside, I think Libya or the CAR, it's going to be Libya. CAR, off the top of my memory, only has like 3 million people because it's a very isolated country compared to other parts of Africa. So we'll go Libya. Oh wow, 5 million. Alright. Not bad. Alright. CAR or Barbados. Now, Barbados is a Caribbean island nation, so I don't think they're going to have 5 million people. I think the most they'll have is 1.5 to 2. So we're going to go with this. Not even a mil, 300,000. So, yeah, tiny island states. Alright, Singapore, which is one of the most densest populated places on Earth, compared to that, Singapore. They got 5 mil. Not far off. Alright, Singapore, a city-state, versus Pakistan, a massive country, which I think Pakistan's population is nearing 80 million off the top of... Oh my god, that's a massive population. Damn. Let's try to get to double digits here. So we got Pakistan and Trinidad and Tobago. This is an island nation again. Slightly bigger than other Caribbean islands, but nowhere near 247 million. Yeah, so pretty easy answer there. Bangladesh. Alright, I think Bangladesh is a massive, not actually massive country, but it's got a massive population. I think it's in the hundreds of millions, so easy. Yeah, easy. Somalia. It's gonna be Bangladesh again. I think Somalia's in the 20 millions. Oh, I was close to that, yeah. Alright. Oh, that's tough. I think it's gonna be Somalia. I just don't think Slovenia has 20 million people. Yeah, it's gonna be Somalia. Yeah, okay. Okay, that wasn't that difficult at all.
Do you hear that sound?
I hate this song. Please shut up. Just play some non-copyrighted music in the background. Alright, South Sudan or Slovenia? I'm gonna go with South Sudan on this one, just because it's an African nation, and it has a sizable landmass, and it's also not bordering, it used to be Sudan, and Sudan has a pretty high population, so yeah, 11 million. Not that much, actually. I was expecting 20s. Huh? Okay. So we got Wallis and Futuna, which is not a country. That is a dependency of France, if I'm not mistaken. Which is definitely not 11 million. I think like maybe a few thousand. Yeah. It's a tiny island state, really. Pretty easy Bolivia here. Come on, give me something a bit harder than that. Oh, this is difficult. We got Senegal or Bolivia. These two countries are pretty heavily populated. I think I'm gonna go with... Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with Bolivia. The reason why is Senegal is majority desert. There's only Dakar, which is the main population area. The rest of the country is the Sahara Desert. So, we're gonna go with that. Oh, we lost. Darn. Oh, I'm in the top 10%. Amazing. So we got very close there to 15, which is actually not a bad score in my opinion. So, I think we're gonna go with capital cities this time, which is way harder for me because I'm not the biggest nerd in capital cities. Like, I've never heard of Oranjestad before, but it's definitely gonna be Yaoundé in Cameroon. Yeah, alright. Because I know Aruba's an island state belonging to the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be Yaoundé again. Port Moresby, just, I don't know, Papua New Guinea is not a populated country. Yeah, easy. It's gonna be a bit hard though, because I don't know what... Okay. Flying Fish Cove is apparently the capital of Christmas Island, which is a dependency of Australia, so amazing. It's definitely Port Moresby. I've never heard of Flying Fish Cove before. What kind of name is that? Definitely gonna be Chisinau. Sorry if I butchered that. Moldova. Easily. Definitely gonna be Moldova again. There's not a lot of people in Malta. Yeah, tiny. Tiny. Definitely gonna be Monrovia. I just feel like African nations have... Okay, the thing about African nations is... I feel like, especially these tinier countries like Liberia, most of the population is centered around one city instead of being dispersed in multiple cities. I know there's exceptions such as Nigeria, Democratic Congo, South Africa, etc. Those are bigger countries, but with smaller countries, they tend to be stuck into one urban region, which is the capital. And then after that, the regional, they just kind of spread everywhere else. They don't really have big secondary cities or secondary towns. So that's why I'm going to go with Monrovia. I'm going to go with Monrovia again. Dominica's a Caribbean nation. Yeah, it won't be anything. It'll be nothing. Tashkent, Uzbekistan. We're going to go with Tashkent. They're a Central Asian nation. So, yeah. Oh, this is tough. Benin's not a big country, it's tiny. And I just don't think Benin's got 2.8 mil. I think maybe they got 800,000 at most. I don't know, it's an African nation though. You know what, we're going with it. Even though it's going against my gut. Okay, it is going, okay, it is going against my gut. Yeah, alright, yeah, Benin is a tiny nation, yeah, alright. Let's go with size. We'll do a couple more. I'm not going to do the stupid ones like most visited, because obviously I'm not going to know that. But size, I know that... Okay, I've got no clue. These two are pretty medium-sized countries. I'm going to go with Gabon. Please, Gabon. Yes, that is so close though. What the hell? I know Gabon's a giant square. Kyrgyzstan's a weird-ass shape, so that's why, yeah. I think Turkmenistan is bigger... Yeah, okay, it's slightly bigger. These are pretty difficult comparisons. Definitely bigger than a Pacific Island nation. Yeah. People's houses in America are bigger than that. People's houses in regional areas are bigger than that. Okay, maybe not. Actually, maybe not. I'll take that back. Okay, obviously Vietnam. I think... Oh my god, this is tough. These are pretty medium. These are pretty equal. I'm gonna go with Uzbekistan. Not by much. Not by much. Jesus Christ. I think it's Sweden. Sweden's quite... Oh my god, what the hell? You're giving me some of the hardest comparisons out there. What the hell is this? They're both pretty big countries. Romania. I think it's Romania, please. Oh my lord. Oh, I just... okay, we'll do that one more time. I kind of put... That was a really difficult round there. Very similar countries. Zambia. Islands don't have much area. Oh wow, big area for island nation. Definitely Zambia. East Timor is nothing, or Timor-Leste. Definitely Guinea-Bissau. Not by much though, damn, I thought Guinea-Bissau was way bigger than that. Definitely Uruguay. It's just bigger. Definitely Uruguay. It's not beating out a tiny island nation. Yeah. Definitely Belarus. Again, not beating a tiny island nation. Oh, I think it's France. France is big. Yeah, it's quite big actually. Damn. Belarus is much smaller than I thought. Definitely bigger than a Caribbean island nation. By far. Definitely bigger than an island nation in the Caribbean. That's for sure. Oh, this is tough. I think it's Algeria. Angola's pretty big though. But I think Algeria is quite bigger. Yeah, okay. Got that correct. Tough. Definitely bigger than a tiny desert nation in Middle East. Definitely bigger than that. Alright, we're getting pretty simple ones now. It's not that hard. South Africa is actually modestly big. Bigger than most people think. Okay, never mind. I want to kill myself for saying that. I didn't know Peru was that big. I thought South Africa was massive. Like, I thought it was like top 20 countries. Alright, we're gonna do one more, which is... Capital. Nah, I just don't want capital city sizes. Those suck. We'll do land borders. Land borders are fun. Alright, let's go. Mali's quite big. Yeah. Not by much though, damn. Oman's pretty small. This is just size, but less thoughtful. More, you know. Definitely Oman. Qatar only has one border with Saudi Arabia, so yeah, tiny. Moldova, easy. So, Iran is a bigger country. You just, yeah. Here's the big border with Pakistan and Iraq or whatever. Definitely Iran again. Ooh, yeah. They have a pretty big border with Brazil, though. I think it's Uruguay. Croatia doesn't have a border. Oh, does it? Bosnia. It completely wraps around Bosnia. Yeah, okay, I got that. That was close. That's just an island nation. Doesn't have borders. Except with Haiti, which has, like, you know, it doesn't really count, does it? Yeah. I think it's gonna be the Gambia. Even as a tiny country, it's completely surrounded by Senegal, so it's actually got a surprisingly big border for its size. But Sierra Leone beats that, if I'm not mistaken. Not by much, though. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Spain's bigger. Yeah, we get it. Pretty easy. They got a big border with France. Ivory Coast. Damn. This is tough. I think it's gonna be Spain. Ivory Coast just not have a big border with... It's just got Nigeria. That's the only border I know that's slightly big. The rest of them are tiny countries. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, that's geography done though. Amazing. I'm in the top 10% of biggest nerds out there.